going on, guys? Mike Cortez here, coming to you from Orlando, Florida. This is going to be video number 2 for the channel. I'm going to do some seller calls real quick before I got to pick up the twins in about an hour and some change. So I'm going to do some real quick. Then later off camera, I'll get into it back at the house. Sorry about the background noise. I decided to come work outside, get some sun, and obviously you can hear the bugs playing in the background. You got some people over here playing volleyball, so hopefully it's not too bad for you. Yeah, let's get into it. Let's see who picks up. Using the hotspot from my phone, so I don't know if it's giving out enough juice to make these calls. Well, it'd be helpful if I reconnect it, because it looks like it knocked off for some reason. Oh boy. Alright, let's do this. Alright, looks like we're back on. Let's give this another try. So right now I'm using the basic option for SmrtPhone, single line dialer. Plan is down the line get the multi-line dialer, because uploading the contacts for the basic one is a little bit of a pain in the butt, because you got to follow their importing format. It's only a couple columns, first name, last name, company, position, and then main phone, work phone, and mobile phone. So because I'm trying to do wholesale real estate, you know, there's a bunch of columns for property address, mailing address, owner 1, owner 2, all the phone numbers. The basic option doesn't allow you to do all that. You got to follow their importing guidelines. So what I did was I uploaded first name, last name. For company, I'm putting the property address, and then for position, I'm putting the city. So Orlando, Apopka, Ocoee, Winter Park, whatever that is. And then from the skip trace list, I'm just uploading the first 3 numbers. So that's how I'm doing this. It's definitely better than doing Google Voice, which is what I've been doing, dialing one by one. At least this way, if I call someone and they call me back, I'll at least know who's calling me back, and I'll be able to see their property address.
Wireless. The number you dialed has been changed, disconnected, or is no longer in service.
Alright, so that one is no good. I'm going to mark that here in the notes that it's not good. And then I also mark it down here in the book. I've been making notes of any of the properties that don't have any good numbers, so that I can go back and try do a little bit more of a deep dive with maybe core records or, you know, anything like that to try to pull up the numbers. No good numbers. Alberto. The bugs are out today. What I try to do sometimes too, and I think it may be a little bit of a time waste sometimes, but I use batch leads. I know some people use batch, some people use PropStream or Deal Machine, PropWire, any other you know, data service providers. What I've been doing is as I go down the list of the calls right now, I got it in alphabetical order. I'm calling Lake County, Florida absentee owners. So that's like Clermont, Florida, Leesburg, I think Mount Dora. Those area codes are 352 and forgot the other one. It's another weird one. But anyways, what I've been doing is pulling up the address in batch so that I get both numbers, so I get both owners, excuse me, because what tends to happen sometimes, if the person I have as the main owner is, let's say, Albert, but he owns it with his wife, and if I call and then a female answers and I don't have a name to go by, you know, it's kind of like, who are you, why are you calling me, kind of thing. So at least this way, if I have the list open, I can there's a bug on the screen, I can say, oh, hey Cheryl, hey Nancy, whatever her name is, as opposed to, you know, stumbling trying to figure out who it is.
Hello.
Alberto, hey, how's it going? Good morning, it's Michael.
Hey Michael, how you doing?
Hey, good. Hope you're having a great morning so far. Real quick, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I was calling about a property I think you own on Lynette Street. We're looking to buy in the area. Just curious if you're open to taking an offer on that one.
No, thank you.
Gotcha. By any chance, do you have anything else that you're thinking about maybe selling in the near future?
No.
Gotcha. Not a problem. Well, one last question. When do you think might be a good time to follow up? When do you think you might be ready to start letting this one off?
No, selling.
No time soon? Or you plan to keep that one forever?
Whatever, yeah.
Forever, gotcha. All right, well, not a problem. If anything happens to change, of course, things always change. You can definitely keep my number. The way we work is, you know, like most people, we do cash offers. We cover closing costs. If you own the property free and clear, or if there's no title issues, we can usually close in under 30 days and get you some money quick in your pockets. All right, thanks, Alberto. Take care.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Well, at least that guy didn't curse me out. I actually haven't gotten cursed out in a while on the phone. Text is a different story. So I'll just make a note here. I usually put, if the number is verified them, I'll usually put in the notes, this number is confirmed for them. Of course, if I decide to call in 6 months and they change their number, then that's going to change. But that's just something that I like to do. And I'll just put, wasn't interested, said will keep forever. And then I'll hit finalize call, and then SmrtPhone to give you a couple different like labeling options on the bottom. It says the options you can choose from are answered, left voicemail, no answer, no voicemail, follow-up call not interested, or follow-up call interested. So I'm just gonna hit follow-up call not interested. And of course, even though he said he plans to hold it forever, anything could change. You know, sometimes people have financial hardships that they didn't plan for and they need cash quick. So anybody that tells me they're not interested and, you know, they didn't tell me to go screw off, I'll probably follow up with them in like 3 to 6 months. Let's keep going.
The number you dialed is not in service.
Okay. So, not in service. Alright, we had some technical difficulties there. Apparently the camera got too hot. So I gotta figure out how to fix that. I think they have portable fans. I'm using the Sony 6700. I don't no separate mic, so I think the sound quality is decent for right now at this distance. But yeah, camera shut off because it said it got the internal temperature was too hot, so I moved locations to a more shady spot. Hopefully it doesn't cut off again. I'm gonna try to knock out a couple more calls before I gotta go pick up the kids. Refresh the page. I'm still using the hotspot on my iPhone. Let's put this back in alphabetical.
The number you dialed.
Right, that one is no good. This guy got all landline numbers and he owns a property in Claremont, but it shows he is out of state in New Jersey, in a city I am very familiar with. So let's try the next one. I don't think any of these are gonna go through, but let's see.
The number you dialed.
Let's try number 3. At least we got a dial.
The number you dialed is not in
Spoke too soon.
service.
Spoke too soon. Alright, so the 3 numbers I got for him are no good. Lovely. I don't even know why we have landlines anymore. Like, who's really using landlines, to be honest? So if you guys have skip tracing recommendations, let me know, because right now I'm using batch. I don't know, you tell me, are they good, medium, bad, exceptional? You find other data service providers have better skip tracing info? I've honestly have had sometimes better luck with True People search. So usually what I do is after I make the list of anybody whose number I can't find, I start going into True People search and then trying any numbers that are listed there but not on the list from batch. And then next step after that is I'll sometimes look for relatives. So if I see the guy that owns the house, it says True People says his age is estimated at like 70 and his last name is Martinez, I'll look for where it says possible relatives, and then I'll look for another Martinez but just younger. So if the guy that owns it is Martinez and it shows he's 70, and then I see a John Martinez and he's 35, I think it might be safe to assume that's a son, a nephew, somebody related. So then I'll usually call them and I'll say, hey, you know, I was trying to reach your dad about his property at whatever. You know, I'll give him the pitch. We're reaching out to the homeowners in the area. I was curious to see if he was looking to possibly sell that for cash, yada yada yada. Sometimes they'll be like, no. Sometimes they'll give me a polite brush of like, yeah, I'll give him your number, and then I'll never hear from them. But that's why it's just part of the follow-up game. So let me finish marking is good. Hopefully the camera doesn't shut off again. And one thing when it comes to tracing, skip tracing, court records is definitely a good way to get up-to-date numbers and email addresses. It is time consuming because you got to go one by one through the court documents. That's definitely something where once I hopefully start making money through wholesale real estate, I'm gonna probably hire a VA and have them do that for me, because I'd rather have up-to-date court records than doing a mass pull off of batch and then not knowing what I'm gonna get. But I've definitely gotten up-to-date numbers and information from sellers from old documents, like an old traffic ticket. I got some guy's number off of an old case he had with an Enterprise rental car from like 2 or 3 years ago. Enterprise submitted, I guess, like the application. They were going back and forth, I guess, over damage. So as evidence, Enterprise uploaded I guess like his application when he went to fill out the car, and then in handwriting, I don't know if it was his handwriting or someone from the rental car, they had his name, number, and I think his email, I'm not sure. There was another time through pre-foreclosure, I had to chase down the lead. The property was vacant, the lady was not living there, but through an old court document it had her name but on another address nearby. I went to that address, knocked it, nobody was there. I left my name and number, and she ended up calling me back, I think like the next day or the day after. So court documents is definitely a viable way to get up-to-date information, but again, it is very, very time consuming. Even pulling a list, they'll charge, like I'll go to the comptroller site and I'll select like list pendants or liens or whatever. Other than that, I don't think there's another way to filter. Like if you want to filter like company owned or whatever, I don't think they give you that option. But sometimes that list might be, depending on the time range you set it for, it might be 100, 200 plus. They do have an option to export it, but it ends up being like $200-300. So of course I'm trying to save money, so I just go one by one and I'll look at the amount. If it's like $5,000, I probably won't waste my time with it. But if I see they have a lien or list pendants or whatever for like a fat amount, which is gonna motivate them to want to do a deal, I'll go ahead and I'll jot that down. I'll usually do it at night when I'm in bed, and then the next day I'll have like a fresh list of people to start calling. But again, it's very, very time consuming. Let's keep going.
Hey, this is Ali. Sorry I missed your call. Leave a message. I'll call you back.
Aleem, how's it going? It's Mike. I had a question about this property over here on Gentle Breeze Drive. Just wanted to ask you something real quick. Whenever you get a chance, if you could call me back. We had some people driving around. Just wanted to confirm something with you. Give me a call back whenever you get a second at this 352 number. Take care. Bye. Do you guys usually leave voicemails when they don't pick up and you know it's them? Or even if you don't know it's them, sometimes I'll flat out say, hey, yeah, call me back when you can. I wanted to see if you're open to selling your property. Sometimes I'll just say, yep, call me back. I had a question about this property. What do you guys do? Let me know in the comments. So right now I know this number is his because his voice came up on the voicemail. So I'll put main is good. I'll hit finalize call and I will put left voicemail. Some people I know usually when they call, they'll hang up after like 3 rings and nobody picks up. I will wait until the whole time to see if they leave their name on the voicemail, so I at least know that that number is accurate. And if they don't leave their name and I leave a message, I won't put the whole address in the message, because God forbid you call someone that doesn't own the house, now you gave someone's personal information away. So I'll usually just, if they don't have their name on the message, I'll usually say, hey, my name is Mike, I was calling about a property I think you might own on Sunnyside Street or Sunnyside Drive, and then call me back when you get a second. And then sometimes I won't get a call back, or sometimes the person will check their voicemail and say, hey, this is not so and so, and then I'll just mark it as wrong number, so I know not to try to waste my time with that one. Alright, let's keep going.
Hello, you reached Alex and Sons Complete Tree Service. I'm sorry that we missed your call. If you could leave your name, phone number, and address, we will get back with you just as soon as possible. Thank you and have a great day.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey Alex, good morning. My name is Michael. Just had a quick question about property over here in Leesburg. I think you owned on Racket. Hope I pronounced that right. Whenever you get a chance, if you can give me a call back when you have a moment at this 352 number. Thanks. Take care. Bye. I gotta figure out how to stop saying so much. I'm pretty sure that's human nature, and everyone has a problem saying that. So I gotta figure out a way to stop that. So Maine is good because I heard her name on the voicemail.
Call has been forwarded to an automated voice.
So the way I filtered my list is pretty much almost the exact way Eric Klein does it. If you don't know who Eric Klein is, look him up on Instagram. Super great at wholesaling and sales. Love his content. He works on absentee owner. What I did was I pulled absentee owner owned 10 years or longer, equity percentage of 50% to 100. 50% to 100. What else? I'll look up whatever the median sale price is for that area. So for Lake County, I think I put max value of, I think I put 400 or 450, something like that. And then I put owned in your personal name, no LLC or trust, and minimum square footage of 1,000 square feet. I don't want any 800 square foot tiny little homes, and I put single family homes. Right now I don't want to look up mobile or manufactured or duplexes or anything like that. That's just what I'm trying to focus on right now. Not saying that's bad or good, just what I'm trying to focus on myself. I'm gonna redial this guy if it goes through.
Call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 407
This is a mobile number.
4895654 is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Alex, hey, how's it going? It's Mike. I had a quick question about this property I think you own over here on Roby Ave in Mount Dora. Give me a call back when you get a second at this 352 number. Thanks. Take care. Bye. I'm not gonna call the second number because the next two numbers are landline, so I'm pretty sure they're not gonna be accurate. You know what? What the hell? Let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens.
Call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging.
What's that? The second number shows landline, but it's forwarding automatically to voicemail. Right? I don't know what's up with that. Let's go next.
This is Amy.
Hey Amy, sorry, I'm not sure if I got the right number. My name is Mike. I was looking for Alexander, please.
You got the wrong number.
I am truly sorry about that. You have yourself a great day.
Thank you. You too.
Bye bye. Okay. So, main mode, good. I wish smartphone would put a wrong number label on this, but right now they don't have that. And then I'm gonna skip phone 2 and try to call phone 3 because phone 3 is a mobile. Voicemail gonna come up? No voicemail. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna try to do some more footage today or tomorrow. I'm gonna try to do some more calls later on as well. Might not record it just so I can kind of speed things up for today. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm gonna try to be doing a little bit every day, 2 or 3 hours. Just calling these sellers. I also got some delinquent property tax information that I'm gonna try to call. So yeah, if you guys have any tips, whether that be for editing videos or camera gear, mic gear, anything that's gonna help me grow the channel, help me better myself with the information I put out or the content that's gonna be going out on this channel, let me know. Shoot me a message in the comments. See ya.